Hi everyone, it's Georgetown Soaps, and I am testing Blue Hawaiian from BeScented. This is a fantastic fragrance, love it. It's basically coconut with the citrus blend of orange and pineapple with a little bit of cherry. It smells so good. You could almost drink it, that's how good it smells. And so right now I am just prepping my oils. I've got my hard oils already pre-melted. So that's my coconut, my shea, and my cocoa butter. Now I'm adding in my olive oil, my rice bran oil, and my castor oil. I also always use sodium lactate in all my batches. But I just can't stop smelling this fragrance. It smells so good. I've done candles in it before, and now I'm doing soap in it, and the candles always sell out. I've got one customer who just will not, she won't burn anything else. That's all she ever gets. So she loves this fragrance. It's really strong, but it's not overpowering, which is nice. I got my new stainless steel table. I've got several of them, but I use one of them primarily for wrapping. I got this one to do the videos. It's just so streaky. I don't know. It's hard to just keep perfectly clean, so I think I'm just going to have to deal with the streaks. No matter how many times I clean it, it just, I feel like next time there's another streak, so I'll learn to deal with that. But right now I'm measuring out my fragrance oil. Got my colors. Adding in right now my colloidal oatmeal, my kale and clay. Use that in every batch. And I like to add that to the oils before I add the lye because they take quite a bit of mixing, and you want to make sure that you get them mixed in properly so you don't have any spots. But if you wait until you add the lye water, then you will accelerate trace, and then it just becomes a hot mess. So like to fully stir until it's all incorporated. Got my lye water. I see a lot of soapers, they strain their lye water. I use Tussa Silk in it too, and sometimes it's not always fully dissolved, but I've never strained my lye water, and I've never had a problem with it. I've never had lye pockets, etc., etc. So I don't know, I guess what works for everyone, it might be something different. And again, because this is a small test batch, I'm not going to really stick blend too much once I've added the lye water. Just because you don't know how it's going to react, and you want to have plenty of time to work with it. And with a smaller batch, if it's going to accelerate, you've got a little bit less time to work with it. So now I've added in the fragrance oil. I'm just going to kind of hand stir that in. I'm not really going to blend it too much with the stick blender, just a gentle stir. And that way it won't accelerate at all. Now I'm going to portion out my two colors. I'm going to use titanium dioxide for the base, and then I'm going to use the cotton candy and the turquoise, both from BeScented. And this is the titanium dioxide mixer bottle. You can't really see it because I was mixing it too fast, but it's like a 16-ounce fragrance bottle with the stainless steel balls in it with the squirt top, and you just pre-mix your titanium dioxide in it. And that way you've always got TD ready to go when you're making soap, and you don't get any white clumps. When I first started making soap, I just kind of dumped the TD into the batter and stick blended it, but it takes a lot to stick blend it in. And so it would either accelerate trace, or I would end up not stick blending enough, and then I would get all these ugly white spots in my pretty soaps. So this was just, it's the best $5 I've probably ever spent on soap supplies. And I am notoriously not a big stick blender. I don't like to get my batter too thick because I do like to have time to play with it. And in this batch, I probably should have stick blended a little bit more, but I thought it would set up a little bit quicker. A lot of times TD causes the batter to thicken up, but in this case it did not really. But I love the colors. And I am a scraper. I like to scrape everything off. And I had to pause the video for a little bit because the batter is just not really that thick. I was hoping to try a drop swirl with this, and so I was like, okay, if I give it 5 minutes, maybe it'll thicken up a little bit. But you can see from the titanium dioxide that I'm stirring right now, it's super, super fluid. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing that it doesn't accelerate and it gives you time to work with. So next time I make this, so I will definitely go ahead and probably overstick blend a little bit more, just depending on the design I'm going for. But it's super, super, it's almost not even tracing. It's just super, super fluid, which is great. The last thing you want is a batch to accelerate or rice or do anything inappropriate. At this point, I've been really trying to practice my drop swirls. And so I'm trying to work on my drop swirl, but you've got to have the batter kind of just the right consistency, and I'm realizing that it's a little too thick, so I kind of didn't want to spend 10 minutes waiting for the batter to set up. So sometimes you just improvise. And the white was just not thickening up. So I did go back in after I cleaned my stick blender off and went ahead and tried to speed that up a little bit. So I guess that's what I get for cleaning my stick blender off before I'm done with the batch of soap. But anyway. But you can even tell that right now the white is just still not quite thick enough. It was still a little runny, so I'm not really getting quite the drop swirl that I wanted. And now I'll bring you guys back to the cut. Yeah, so it's not really a drop swirl. So it's kind of like a combination drop swirl. Like that was really pretty. So it's like a drop swirl slash camo slash chopstick swirl, even though I didn't use the chopstick. So it came out really pretty. I would never probably be able to replicate this one again, but I was happy with it. Love the colors. I think the colors really work well together. And it smells fantastic. So there you have it, Blue Hawaiian from BeScented.